Welcome back to Twin Terror. I'm Gary, and this is not David. Hey, it's been a minute since we've been together, hasn't it? It all started once upon a time. And by the way, Merry Christmas to everyone out there. I hope you had a good Christmas holiday. Um, we had a nice holiday Christmas Eve um, at my sister's house. She lives just 2 blocks from me, so it's easy commute. All my kids are in town. Went over to my sister's house for Christmas Eve because that's the family tradition. Had a real nice time. Um, Laura and I hosted Christmas Day with her sister and her sister's family, and then some friends of our family. So we had about 13 to 14 people over. Um, uh, Michelle, also known as Kentucky Belle, I hope you had a good Epsom salt bath over the holidays there. Um, we lost internet. The main reason why you haven't seen me is because we didn't have any internet connection. So I could have been recording like crazy, but I had no way to upload. So I just took that as an opportunity to say, hey, you know what? I'm just going to take a couple days down. I spoke to David yesterday to see if he was interested in recording, and he and Michelle have something going on today. So it's just me. Yay! I had thoughts about recording yesterday, but I was running around doing errands for my mom all day. Literally all day. 7 hours. I had to do an errand. My mom and dad had bought a place up in Boys Hot Springs. That's up in Sonoma, and up in the wine country. And they've got a car up there in their little vacation house. And every 2 years, I journey up to Boys Hot Springs and I take the car and I get the oil changed and I have the car smogged and then I park it back in the garage. The last 2 years ago when I did it, I think the car had 200 miles since its previous oil change over 2 years. And then this time, I think we drove it 50 miles between oil changes over almost 2 years, like a year and a half time frame. Clearly, this car needs to be driven. Just editor's note: cars do not like to sit. That is not good for a car. It needs to be driven. So um, it's either drive it or sell it because it's clearly not being utilized. So that took 7 hours to drive up there, get the car smogged, get the car's oil changed, put it back where it belongs, and then drive home. That was 7 hours. uh, so that's why you didn't see me yesterday. But you got me today. Yay! I hope you all had a good Christmas. We had a good one. Like I said, all the kids were in town. It's kind of a mixed blessing. It's great to have them home, but boy, the routine of the house gets disrupted majorly when the kids are home. It's kind of, yay, you're home. When are you leaving? When are you going back? And I love my kids and I do miss them, but man, there's kind of that take that collective breath, like now I could get the house back in order. The cats were definitely out of sorts with that. Um, so I haven't been keeping too much up on the news, but I saw one thing out here that kind of caught my eye. There was an article about JD Vance and that GOP leaders are rallying behind Vance as Trump signals that 2028 bid is off the table. Well, yeah, Donald. First of all, you're not allowed to run for a third term, and you might not even be around long enough to finish out your second term. So let's not get the cart out in front of the horse. But now we're looking at J.D. Vance as the front runner. Erica Kirk has thrown her weight behind him. Uh, Marco Rubio has said that if he's the nominee, I'll support him. That doesn't mean that Marco Rubio doesn't have plans for running for president. He just said that if J.D. Vance gets the nomination, he'll support him. So, entertainment purposes only, let's see what the energy is around J.D. Vance's presidential run. And how is Donald really thinking about this? Okay, entertainment. What's the energy around J.D. Vance's presidential run? What are his aspirations and dreams? Okay, Queen of Cups. He is trying not to be too excited. keeping his emotions under control. I'm being a good vice president, and not letting all the joy show. He's definitely trying to groom himself as president. There's little question. I mean, that's the whole Turning Point USA and bending over backwards for Erica Kirk. Yeah, he wants that block of voters to support him. Oh, one other little tidbit there. Um, I think like in the Turning Point USA crowd, he's got like a 90% approval rating. Okay, whatever. Um, the broader Republicans are basically, I think it was over 60% are like, well, we don't have anyone particular in mind as a candidate for 2028. Across party lines, his favorability is like 40%. It's like really bad. So, he may be popular in the Turning Point USA crowd, but outside of that, he's not wowing anyone at this point. He's definitely the leader as far as your main Republican candidates. Think DeSantis and Rubio, probably like a Ted Cruz type thing. They're all polling in the single digits, and he's polling about 22%. But we got a long ways to go. I remember DeSantis was polling really well up until the Republican primaries, and then he just faded. So right now he's got his Queen of Cups moment. He is trying to keep himself from being too excited. The challenge is the Seven of Swords, someone taking his thunder away, stealing his opportunity to become president. Energy underneath is Temperance. This is an interesting card to me. He's trying to sane wash all of Trump's. He's being the good vice president, sane washing everything Trump is doing, but at the same time he's trying to be the voice of reason, and that got him into some trouble when they were, I think, when they were bombing Iran, the nuclear enrichment facilities or whatever. He was like, "Yeah, you sure that's a good idea?" And they kind of scolded him. Okay, mind your own business, vice president. This is what Trump wants. So underneath it, he's trying to find that balance of being the supportive vice president, but showing himself as the quote unquote voice of reason. In the past, you had the Hangman. He. I'm struggling with, do you read this as not being happy in the position he's in, or just looking at it from a different perspective? And I'm going from a different perspective. As we all know, he completely changed his song and dance on Trump. At first, he was very anti-Trump, and he called him, basically a danger to the United States. And all of a sudden, now I'm your boy. I've seen the light. If you turn yourself upside down and hang by one foot, then you see the light. The rest of us prefer not to be hanging down upside down by one foot. Current situation is the Eight of Swords. He's stuck in his role. He's stuck being the lackey for Trump. He can't set off on his own voice, his own agenda yet. Because they'll take his voice away. They'll take his power away. Overarching energy is the King of Pentacles. Got to keep Trump happy. As long as you keep Trump happy and the base happy, you have your opportunity. Lesson to be learned is the Seven of Pentacles, reaping what you sow. You got to be very mindful of the actions you take and what your values you're showing people right now, because in the future those values may change. You could also look at it that, hey, I'm doing my job here and I'm looking at the prize in the future. He is definitely looking forward to this. The outcome is the Knight of Swords. I have a hunch he's going to get thrust into the position unexpectedly. And that could be, a health event, or something else happens where all of a sudden he needs to charge forth boldly. Kind of a reckless dash forward, if you will. It's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. But that's how JD's feeling. That's the energy around him. He's excited. He doesn't want to let this opportunity get stolen from him. Trying to be that balanced voice of reason. All right. how do how does Trump view JD Vance? Does Trump really what you know JD Vance? How what's Trump's viewpoint of him? Let's take a look. Trump and the Trumpite people, not the Peter Thiels. How does Trump and his hardcore MAGA followers view him? Nine of Wands. He's been going to battle for us. Well, Seven of Swords. Once again, that's the challenge. Is you know. So how do they feel about him? He's taken the actions to defend us. And then the challenge is the Seven of Swords. Something being taken away. Well, but maybe Trump's the one that takes that away from him. As long as you're loyal to me, you defend my actions, I won't take it away from you. That's feeling right. Energy underneath is Judgment. You stand up when I tell you to stand. When I blow the horn, you stand up. And show that you're supporting me, that you're still defending me, so I don't have to take this away from you. And I think that's his big fear, is that Trump is going to kick the chair out from underneath him, because frankly, that's what he does. In the past, you got the Four of Cups. I want my third term. You're not going to get a third term, but here's something else you can do. You could be kingmaker for JD Vance. The current energy is the Magician. It's a miracle you're still upright. Work your Trumpian magic for Vance. Continue manifesting all of the wonderful things that you are continuing to do. Sarcasm, folks. Overarching energy, Two of Pentacles. You got to keep the MAGA base happy. It's how do they feel about JD Vance? Current energy is, does he have the Trump magic? And is he able to balance the MAGA agenda with your Project 2025? It's, kind of keeping that balance going there and supporting Trump at the same time, right? Especially when you got a blue wave coming up behind you. Lesson to be learned is the Knight of Cups. The false friend. I'm your friend until I don't want to be your friend anymore. Outcome. Queen of Cups. You just keep a lid on those aspirations, young man. So what I'm getting from this is JD Vance is very concerned about Donald Trump's approval. He needs Daddy Trump to he needs Daddy Trump's approval to make this happen. Okay, because I got the Queen of Cups and I got the Seven of Swords on both readings. One was the outcome and the other was the primary. So it was that Queen of Cups. Keep your emotions under control. Don't look too ambitious. Don't forget who you're being loyal to. David, I got you on 2 pillows. Why are you so low? My goodness. All right. Make sure I'm not misshuffling these cards. Oh, yes. I'm going to work on this here. All right. All right. All right. All right. What does Usha think about this? She's already unhappy with the sacrifices that she's had to make to be the vice president's wife. How's Usha feeling about JD Vance's presidential aspirations? Is this what she signed up for? I mean, you would think this is what she signed up for. Stand by, folks. Okay, I'm going to have to check this video because my microphone wasn't glowing at me. And I suspect I've been doing this for the last 15 minutes. So I may have to do but check my editing skills. Stand by, folks. Here we go. Fingers crossed. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to have to splice this. Okay, so the sound came out okay. I was a little concerned because I had this glowing orb of a microphone. It changes colors. And after I got done with the reading and I was going to start asking about Usha, I realized that my microphone was not changing colors. It was very dark. It's like, hope I didn't pull a David where he has accidentally recorded whole videos and released them without any audio, but this one appears to be working. Okay, so we'll wrap it up with, how is Usha Vance thinking about JD's presidential run and the sacrifices that she has to make, that she's currently making for the vice president, and you know she's going to be under Melania levels of scrutiny if he becomes president. So how is she feeling about this? A new journey. Was I a fool to sign up for the old journey here? So you got the Fool card as the primary. This is about starting a new journey. Seven of Wands, defending the actions that are being taken. How do I feel about these cards? It's like this. If I do this, I'm gonna have to defend my actions more. You know, this is the whole being under a lot of scrutiny. I'm gonna keep going. This could be going somewhere else. Under the energy underneath it's strength. I have to show my strength to be able to endure this. I mean, they've got some young kids. It's like 2 or 3 kids they've got, and that's gonna be hard, man. Do you have the strength to take this on? In the past, you got the Nine of Swords, the nightmare situation. I don't like the situation that I'm finding myself in. This is not what I signed up for. Whoops. Current energy is the Page of Swords, but okay, got it. Okay, so if you remember when I did the JD Vance, that was his outcome card, the Page of Sword, and I said something flippant like, he may get thrust into the role. His becoming president may happen very quickly. Something very sudden happened. I think that's the whole Knight of Swords. Now you got the Page of Swords. This is something, the current energy is something happened, I think is what that's telling me. Is that I'm in a nightmare situation, but all of a sudden I have to stand up and just fill the role. Overarching energy is the Three of Wands. Looking at the future, what the future is going to bring. Lesson to be learned is the Ten of Cups, the happy family. Is this something that's going to make you happy and strengthen your family? With that, everybody wants it, because you're going to need to be strong. You need to be creative and be willing to fight. What's the outcome? Ah, there it is. Knight of Swords. Okay. Once again, so with the Knight of Swords. So what I'm thinking is happening is JD's going to ascend to the president's level, but it's going to happen quickly. It's not going to be an election type thing. It's definitely going to be the way I interpret these cards. Now, okay, now I can make these cards say anything I want. In fact, I had someone in the comments yesterday who basically said I was full of BS and that how dare I not support Donald Trump, and I'm just making shit up with these cards, and that, that do I support trans in school, which I don't know how that came up, because none of my readings was about trans in school. And my response to trans in school is, well, I would rather support trans in school than fascism in our government. I think that's a pretty reasonable response, sort of priorities there. But I can make these cards say whatever I want. It's interpretation. It's about going with your gut feeling. My gut feeling on these two reads, something's going to happen, and it's going to happen quickly. And JD Vance is going to get thrust into the role. That's what I'm getting out of this. All right. I mean, I can ask timing, but tarot is terrible on timing. Once again, I kind of saw, the last time I looked at it was kind of the first quarter March time frame. Is when I saw that Donald Trump's had faded out. Doesn't mean he's dead. It just means that he's no longer wielding any sort of authority, and maybe that's when JD comes in. Anyways, I'm going to leave it at that. And I got to work on my editing skills now because I have to splice this little 5-minute video together with the 17-minute video that I just recorded. So wish me luck. I want to give a couple of shout outs. Thank you all for watching the channel and being patient while we went dark for a couple days. We appreciate you. We haven't forgotten about you. But, you know, here we are. Okay, so I'm going to save that one because that's a birthday wish. Righty. Heather McCauley made a very thoughtful donation to the channel. Thank you so much, Heather. Heather must be from Australia because in Australian dollars, you got the 8 of Wands for Heather there. It's all about those actions you take overseas, right? Let's see. Beaky loves Alice. Oh, hi Beaky. Hi Alice. Okay, what do I got here? Hello from North Carolina. Just found your channel, really enjoying it. If you give a shout out to my service cat, Lil Homie. Sure thing, Lil Homie. Shout out to you. 2 of Wands. It's all about those actions you take to look out towards the future. So, hey, Beaky loves Alice and Lil Homie. Hey, welcome to the channel. Glad to have you aboard. Linda from Virginia. Hey, Linda. Happy holidays to Gary and Aunt David. Time to celebrate and cherish each other. Cheers. Thank you, Linda. Thank you so much for your very thoughtful donation. You get the Tower card. Hopefully, the destructions that we're seeing are coming to an end. Tower is all about, you know, tearing down the old stuff or the stuff that hasn't been built on a strong foundation, and time to rebuild it. So let's rebuild those relationships that have been damaged. Shelly made a kind contribution to the channel. Thank you so much, Shelly. Ace of Wands. It's all about taking those new actions. Chelsea Black says, Merry Christmas to you and yours, Gary. Can I have a shout out for my black lab Chelsea and my 2 kitties, Sky and Scarlet? Well, sure. Hi, Sky. Hi, Scarlet. And hi, Chelsea. You got the 4 of Pentacles there. It's all about keeping all the treats for yourself. Hopefully you got lots of good treats for Christmas there. And Kentucky Belle. Hi, Michelle. Like I said, I hope you had a good Epsom salt bath, and I hope you had a nice, quiet, and enjoyable Christmas. I hope you're doing well, and a Happy New Year. And thank you so much for your wonderful contribution to the channel. 2 of Cups. Yes, I know you love Dave and I, but you love your man even more. And I'm going to end it on that. A card for the rest of us. King of Wands. It's all about taking actions and owning your actions and being accountable. So thank you so much everyone out there is watching this, and I will catch you soon. Dave and I should be recording maybe tonight, more likely tomorrow, and you'll see us on Tuesday. I record this on Sunday. It's December 28th, and it's about 3:30 in the afternoon. Take care, folks. Good to see you. Take care. Bye. Did you stick around for the super secret card? I mean, it's been a while, right? I owe you at least a couple secret cards. Oh, the judgment card. Don't judge me for taking a couple days off. All right, and don't judge my poor editing skills. Hopefully I can put something flashy and splashy in there to make it exciting. So have a great day, folks. Bye.